Not enough here in the world for you to get me to say something about that.
Wait, we're losing your shot. Are you trying to get rid of us?
I know. That wasn't even planned.
Those close to Ben Affleck have never held back when expressing their opinions regarding his marriage to Jennifer Lopez. As fate would have it, Affleck and Jennifer Garner appear to be attempting to rebuild their relationship. And guess what? Matt Damon is at the center of it all, revealing how Garner freed Affleck from J.Lo's clutches. There have always been rumors that Jennifer Garner was a better fit for him, and now that rumors of an intimate divorce are circulating, it appears that Affleck may be rekindling his feelings for his ex-wife. J.Lo files for divorce. Well, folks, after much deliberation, the paperwork has been filed and there is no turning back now. After just 2 short years of marriage, Jennifer Lopez is prepared to end her decades-long romance with Ben Affleck because their once fairy tale romance is falling apart faster than anyone could have imagined. The couple's second wedding anniversary was mentioned in the star's petition when she filed for divorce without a counsel a few days ago. Lopez has asked for the removal of the Affleck name from her name and for it to be changed back to Jennifer Lynn Lopez.
Finally files for divorce from Ben Affleck, something we all saw coming for a long time, but in the end, a lot of major twists to this story. Charles?
Jennifer Lopez listed her separation date as April 26, 2024, indicating that the couple had already called it quits before the breakup rumors started circulating in May. This is where things get messy because there was no prenuptial agreement in place, which could result in a bitter legal battle over their combined fortunes. Jennifer Lopez officially cited irreconcilable differences as the reason for her split from Ben Affleck, claiming that their marriage was over long before the public even learned of it. As Ben might be reflecting on what went wrong, Jennifer, who has always had her sights set on the prize, appears to be preparing to defend her $400 million empire. However, it's important to remember that this is not Jennifer's first rodeo. This is her 4th failed marriage. One can't help but wonder if she's more focused on her wealth than on love. Jennifer appears more than prepared to move on, putting the relationship behind her and focusing on holding on to what is rightfully hers. Sources state that Ben Affleck has finally realized his marriage to the singer is failing, and he knew they were going to file for divorce if it could be done so on the grounds of temporary insanity. He feels as though the past 2 years have been a fever dream, and he realizes there is no way this will work while the drama continues, and Jennifer Lopez intends to pursue the spotlight in order to satiate her never-ending need for attention despite their ongoing divorce. Lopez is prepared to soak up all the attention she can, even though she was cast in the movie long before their marriage fell apart. It's evident that she isn't shying away from using the premiere as her own personal stage while Affleck is left to pick up the pieces of their broken relationship. Lopez plans to walk the red carpet at the Toronto International Film Festival for the premiere of Unstoppable, a film produced by Affleck and his best friend Matt Damon. Director William Goldenberg recently claimed his choice had nothing to do with their marriage. She had to be somebody who's lived a life, and I felt like Jennifer was one of the few actors who could play the part. I think she was right for it. And it was also serendipity that he happened to be married to the person we sort of wanted all along anyway. Throughout the years, it's been clear that Ben Affleck always tried to avoid media attention, especially when it came to his private life. He practically ran from it like it was the plague. But Jennifer Lopez, she's been basking in it, soaking up every flashbulb and headline like it was her lifeblood. And now suddenly her cronies are trying to spin the narrative that Ben couldn't put with all the media attention. Let's be real, she's the one who broadcasted their whole relationship for the world. To see it just doesn't add up. She's an international superstar, and he acted like it came as a surprise that they would be followed around. The thing is, it looks like sources on Jennifer's payroll are trying to subtly shift the blame of the failed marriage on Ben alone. Jennifer said she was tired of being humiliated by Ben, and she waited until the 2-year anniversary because she wanted it to sting. But it did not sting him. He's been done for a long time, and deep down she knows this. He let her have this, so she wouldn't look like the villain. The timing of the divorce was a big foo to Ben. It's pretty clear as to why Jennifer's people are trying to put the blame on Ben, as she wants to be loved by the public, and this divorce does not look well on her profile anyway. Even Jennifer Lopez's inner circle had their doubts about her marriage to Ben Affleck, And it's not hard to see why Jane Fonda, ever the protective friend, saw the cracks long before the public did in Lopez's 2022 documentary, The Greatest Love Story. Never Told. Fonda shared her concerns, admitting she was genuinely invested in the relationship's success. But when headlines started popping up about Affleck looking unhappy, Fonda got really scared. Lopez might have laughed it off, joking that her husband was the internet symbol of the beleaguered man, but the truth was clear to those closest to them. Everyone nearby could see that Ben and Jennifer were having a terrible time together.
However, this is my concern. Like, it feels too much like you're trying to prove something instead of just living it. You know, every other photograph is the two of you kissing, the two of you hugging.
Given that things are beginning to fall apart quickly at the 2024 Democratic National Convention, Mindy Kaling has decided to demonstrate her support for Ben Affleck, who is currently going through a difficult divorce from Jennifer Lopez. While honoring their shared home state of Massachusetts on stage at the United Sense Center in Chicago, the Office alum took a moment to give Affleck a special shout-out. She said, "I couldn't leave here without giving a shout-out to the amazing delegation from my home state, Massachusetts. I love you, Massachusetts. Even though everyone always hates us, they don't understand. Cheers to the Boston Red Sox." Forward, Jason Tatum. Hang in there, Ben. His fans are right there with him. They say that Jennifer filed for divorce because she couldn't get Ben to her. They also say that shortly after the wedding, while Ben was away, she sold off his priceless motorcycle collection. Ben is lucky to be alive because no one messes with a man's hobby, especially one as valuable as Ben's. Jay is a huge control freak, which puts that low in the J-Lo. Matt Damon felt uneasy. Since Ben resumed his affair with Jennifer Lopez, Matt Damon has always had a sick instinct about his best buddy Ben Affleck, especially when it comes to matters of the heart. Insiders claim that Matt had a bad feeling about it and tried to warn Ben that history might repeat itself. Though they had a strong bond and that he was grateful for Ben's long and stable marriage to Luciana Barrazo, Matt feared that Ben was going down the same difficult road again. Ben appears to have disregarded the advice of his closest buddy, and an insider disclosed that as a result, he is now paying a price for his conduct. When Ben and J-Lo reconciled, Matt attempted to warn Ben that this might occur. After their initial breakup, Matt was there to help Ben get his act together, and as things began to fall apart, he worried that this might happen again. Matt informed Ben that while he wants him to get started and concentrate on his career, he will back him in any decision he chooses. Ben has always been amazed by Matt's successful marriage, and he has spent a lot of time working on J-Lo's projects. Just like the first time, he informed Ben what J-Lo has ever done for his career. Well, when everyone was getting hyped up, Jennifer 2.0, if you don't recall what she said when she announced their romance was rekindled, listen to this. "We're older, wiser, and have more life experience." It appears like Jennifer was truly enjoying the attention. "We can now truly appreciate, celebrate, and respect each other as we always have. But we have an even greater appreciation because we know that life can take you in different directions now if you reanalyze the documentary, The Greatest Love Story Ever Told. It's a beautiful outcome that this has happened in this way at this time in our lives." Ben said that he had doubts about the relationship from the start, but he still wanted to give Jennifer a chance in spite of the circumstances. As we now know, his early misgivings were well-founded and contributed to the turbulent conclusion that many when we started dating again, I said, "Listen, one of the things I don't want is a relationship on social media." Afterward, I understood that asking such a question wasn't fair. It was more like saying, "You're going to marry a boat captain, and I don't want the water. We're trying to learn how to make concessions." Without a doubt, Matt Damon and Ben Affleck have a strong bond, but Damon recently noted how their lives are very different, even though he has been happily married since 2005. Relationships between Affleck and Jennifer Lopez and Jennifer Garner are once more under the spotlight from the media. While promoting his film, The Instigators, which he co-starred in with Ben's brother Casey Affleck, Damon acknowledged in an interview with Radio Times podcast that he couldn't imagine dealing with the kind of relentless scrutiny that fans believed was a really deep jab at Ben and Lopez's relationship. "I can't imagine living under that kind of scrutiny. It's been like that for 25 years, and we've had parallel careers in a lot of ways, so I'm fortunate to have been kind of excused from that part of fame." If that wasn't enough, He made a direct comparison between his tranquil home life and Ben's chaotic one, saying that magazine culture was huge 25 years ago and they kind of ignored him, saying things like, "I'm a married guy, that's so boring." As long as you didn't do any of those things, it wasn't really worth their time to wait to take your picture, so I ended up kind of left alone. Jennifer Lopez seemed to revel in Ben Affleck's disarray as he struggled, turning his darkest moments into newsworthy material. Jennifer Garner skillfully saves the show. When things became tough, when Affleck's relapse became tabloid news, Jennifer Garner discreetly assumed the role of the genuine hero. She got him into rehab by showing up in front of the media. Yes, you heard correctly, just in case you were unaware. Since his early days in the profession back in 2017, Ben has struggled with alcoholism. He acknowledged that the help of his friends and family, particularly his former wife Garner, enabled him to finish his alcohol treatment. "I have completed treatment for alcohol addiction, something I've dealt with in the past, and will continue to confront. I want to live life to the fullest and be the best father I can be. I'm lucky to have the love of my family and friends, including my co-parent Jen, who has supported me and cared for our kids as I've done the work I set out to do. This was the first of many steps being taken towards a positive recovery amid rumors that Jennifer Lopez is stepping away from her marriage with Ben Affleck. Concerns are growing that Ben might relapse due to the emotional toll. Fans fear that the trauma of the separation could push him back into old habits. However, Jennifer Garner hasn't left him to fend for himself despite their past. She's been actively visiting him at his Brentwood home, keeping a close eye on his well-being and making sure he stays on track during this tough time. It's very stressful for her and also devastating for her to have to stage an intervention in the middle of an afternoon, pretty much in public. But this was a crisis situation. While Garner has started to be a rock for Ben, it looks like her current partner is unhappy with the arrangement. You see, despite the time she's spending possibly trying to help Affleck fix his marriage with Lopez, Garner is now dating a businessman named John Miller. According to the Daily Mail, Miller has told Garner that she doesn't have to help Affleck and Lopez work out their marital problems because he genuinely cares about Ben and understands what he's going through with Jennifer. But that doesn't mean Jen has to solve her ex-husband's incomprehensible problems with his current wife. Before you label Jennifer Garner as a jealous ex, know that despite circulating divorce rumors, Jennifer Garner is reportedly supporting her ex-husband Ben Affleck, urging him to work on his marriage with Jennifer Lopez. Jen is such a caring, wonderful woman and mother, and there is nothing but a deep friendship and bond between her and Ben. John wants Ben to be okay, but it isn't his girlfriend's responsibility to play babysitter for him. Ben has told her this already. Garner is totally supporting the relationship and hopes that Affleck finds happiness in any case. A few days ago, it was Jennifer's birthday and the Jenny from the Block star went all out for her lavish birthday celebration in the Hamptons with a Breeden theme. Fans conjectured that Jennifer was confirming the breakup by not attending the party in New York, where she dressed up as Queen Charlotte for the day and looked regal. However, Ben's absence wasn't the only hint that something was off in paradise. It's hard to believe we have spent all this time together. It's funny as I sit here thinking about the most extraordinary journey. Jennifer even shared a heartbreaking post on social media that seemed to reflect her broken heart. She wrote, "I really do have the best, most amazing fans in the world. I could never express how moved I am or how incredibly blessed I feel to have all of you be a part of my life." While Jen was enjoying her opulent birthday celebration, I still feel like the same girl who started off so full of energy and bravado, so ready to take on the world on the outside, yet so vulnerable, fragile, and sometimes scared, but always full of love on the inside. Ben had his sights set on a bachelor pad when it became apparent that the Academy Award winner had closed escrow on a brand new $2.5 million estate in the Oceanside enclave just a day after his presumed estranged wife celebrated her birthday. Reports state that the mansion features 5 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms, a separate family room, and breakfast and dining areas. Media room, walk-in closets in the den. Ben's decision to buy a house so soon after he put Jennifer's love house up for sale is creating waves in the Hollywood community. Sources close to Jennifer reported that she was deeply wounded by Ben's choice. The powder room, guest house, and other facilities characteristic of a multi-million-dollar dollhouse, the last straw for J.Lo, who had been holding out hope for a reconciliation if they were to spend some time apart. is Ben's decision to move into his own house. Fans feel that Jennifer was always the problem because she never compromised during their marriage, and now that Ben has decided to move on, she is spreading rumors about her heartbreak. Jen has to play the victim because her narcissism has pushed her uphill and no one likes her because she doesn't listen, which is one of her issues. She never believes she's wrong and doesn't accept any further. This concludes our video. We hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please consider liking it. Gillo needs to learn to keep things private. She likes everything about her to be public, so she knew this was coming. She also knows that Ben prefers to keep his life private, which is one of the reasons they broke up in the first place. Please subscribe for more videos similar to this one.